You! What the hell is going on, Americans? Jericho Green here with you once again, and your girl, Kamala the Ugandan headhunter, has done it again. Just when you thought the well of awkwardness has run dry when it comes to Kamala Harris, you are wrong, people. Because she's dipped in there once again, and I think it's bottomless. I don't think we've seen the last of her awkwardness superpowers. She was on the Breakfast Club, and Democratic presidential candidates, when are you going to learn? Didn't Mama Hillary teach you anything? Don't go on the Breakfast Club because it causes you to allow stupid shit to fall out of your face. Kamala the Ugandan headhunter went on the Breakfast Club. For those of you that don't know, it's like an urban hip-hop and R&B station with these three hosts, two of which are dumb for sure. The third one, I don't know. But she goes on there and they asked her, well, you know what, before we get to her, let's go back to Mama Hillary. You remember the 2016 presidential candidacy, presidential run? She was on that show and they asked her, is there anything in her purse or whatever, anything about her that people don't know, or something that people don't know she carries in her purse? And she said, I carry hot sauce. And they all started laughing. And the dude was like, don't you think that's, kind of pandering? She was like, oh, is it working? So anyway, that's where we got the infamous hot sauce comment from Hillary. So Kamala, she goes on the show and they ask her, you ever smoke weed? And she says, yeah. That crazy cackle, whatever the fuck that is. Or I think most people call it a laugh, but I call it a cackle. So she laughs all uncomfortably and weird. No one else laughed, by the way. And they asked, was it during college? And she was like, yeah, and I inhaled. And they were like, oh, and what were you listening to? What was in the background? She was like, oh, definitely some Snoop and some Tupac. And they were like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's an honest answer. What? Kamala, you were listening to Tupac and Snoop smoking weed in college. Shut your fucking mouth. No, you weren't. Now, aside from that not being true, because she's a dork, and I doubt she was sitting around in her dorm room smoking bud, bumping gangster rap music, but she graduated college in 1986. Now, people, I've told you this before, I'll tell you again. I'm no genius, I'm probably not even close. But she graduated college in 1986. Tupac dropped his first album in 1991. Snoop dropped his first album in 1993. Now, I remember Snoop's. I was in the 8th grade covering Newsweek, the blue beanie, the blue Dickies jacket and everything. Changed the game, right? So she's in college bumping those, but they didn't come out until, 5 to 7 years after she was out of college. Now, did she go back? Did she pull a Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused and go back, man? Did she go back to college, man, to hang out? Was she the old creepy person in the club? What happened? How were you bumping Pac and Snoop in before 1986, because you said you were in college, you graduated in 86. So before 86, you were bumping their music and it didn't exist. Kamala, you owe Dr. Dre and Digital Underground some money. Because you took their artists, you took that music when it belonged to them, before it even belonged to them. How does that work? Maybe they owe you money. Maybe you're wasting your talents in politics, girl. You need to be out there star searching. You need to be out there cultivating talent, girl. You got a gift. You get music 7 years before it even exists. When they're still standing in the mirror, popping pimples, you got their albums. Girl, you're good. This whole time, I'm thinking you're a fucking idiot. I'm thinking you're a fucking liar. And it turns out you're the most talented music producer, acquirer in history. Damn it, Kamala, find a new line of work. You are wasting your time, girl. But the Breakfast Club is kryptonite to these Democratic presidential candidates. They always go on there and say something stupid. You weren't smoking bud, listening to Pac and Snoop. You're going to tell me you'll listen to Brother Lynch too? And a little Luke? Get on the phone and check that booty. Is that what you were listening to, Kamala? Shut your dumb lying ass up. This is pandering at its finest. If you go online and look up pandering, there's a video of Kamala Harris on the Breakfast Club and her from a few weeks back when she said that when she works out, she listens to Too Short. Oh my goodness. Oh man. People, she just declared that she's running for president like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're just getting started. We haven't even thinned the herd yet. They haven't even got on stage and debated Trump yet. Do you know what we're in for? I need to check Orville Redenbacher stocks because they're about to go up because we are going to start grabbing our popcorn, sitting back, and watching this train wreck. Yeah, I smoke bud. Listening to Tupac and Snoop. Bitch, shut up. And another thing I want to say about Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter, is she is not black. Everybody refers to her as a black candidate. She's a black woman. She's a black woman. She's the first black. No, she's not. She's not black. Her mom is Indian, not the pull start, but the push start. Her mom is an Indian and her dad is Jamaican. That does not mean you're black. I don't care what anybody says. Black folks are American black people, not people from India and people from Jamaica. Call me now. Now, I know they have skin like black people, but those aren't black people. Those are Jamaicans. And her mother is Indian, so she's Asian. Kamala Harris is not black. She's colored. You can call her colored. C-O-L-E-R-T, colored. She's a colored candidate, but she is not a black person. Stop lumping her in. Stop putting her under that blanket. She's not one of us. But Kamala Harris, girl, you bumping Too Short, smoking weed, Tupac and Snoop. This is not looking good for you, girl. This is not looking good. And like I said, we're just in the beginning. This is the infantile stages. Holy hell. Now, people, I got to pick up my beautiful daughter from school. So you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please sub, hit the notification bell, follow your boy on the Twitters @Green_Jericho. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.